And I'm live in this little space. Well, not exactly a little space, but a space nonetheless. I'm in the building, y'all, and I will give y'all like a minute or 5 or 10 or whatever to, get situated, get your popcorn, get your beer, get your bongs, if you subscribe to that sort of thing, and just kick back with me and relax. I promise it will definitely be memorable. I ain't missed a beat. I'm still here. I ain't went nowhere. But I bet what a lot of you are asking is the same question that a lot of you are asking. Why, D, are you going live 30 minutes early? Oh, Ray Smith ain't asking. He just came. I like that. What's up, brother Ray? It is good to hear from you. I was just getting ready to start talking about why folks ain't seen me in a couple days or so, but I still been out here. I'm still active in these streets. I just been moving. I moved into a beautiful duplex that I owned. And I got an amazing view of the mountains. What up, Theo? What's cracking, my dude? Thank you, Mr. Smith. Thank you. First live in the new crib. D Diesel, yes, you're 100% correct. I hate these walls naked though, man. I gotta find all my T'Challa stuff and bust it out and put some stuff up here and get it cracking. I'm looking right now. I'm looking at my sideshow. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. My sideshow collectible. Black Panther statue. Yes, sir. Right there. Very cool. Paid a pretty penny for that thing. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, brothers. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, if I cranked out a live on such short notice that y'all was gonna rock with me. Mr. Smith and Steezel are your unofficial editors. Yeah. My unofficial historians. Even folks with edutainment being what they do require a historian from time to time. And I know, D Steezel got that specific knowledge, and Mr. Smith has that overall knowledge. So they kind of like Mace Windu and Yoda in my mind. 100. You ain't never lied, Mr. Smith. We are all in this together. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my ducks all in a row. Well, you know what? I got enough so we can start chopping it up. I'm gonna take a bite of my baby Ruth. Are y'all judging me? You shouldn't be eating that. It's not good for you. But y'all eat lots and lots of salt. So here we are. Judge not, lest you be judged. Anyway, I don't sit around eating baby Ruth all day, every day. It's just kind of a little guilty pleasure. But like I was getting at, before I got off into my little tangent and whatnot, I am starting my live 30 minutes early because today is my wife's birthday. So, shouts out to you, Mrs. Real. And I got to go meet her tonight at this fancy schmancy restaurant that I have never been to before. What is it called? It's called Clucks and Fries. I would have been cool with Clucks and Fries. um, Corks and Hops. They got $15 macaroni and cheese, y'all. $15 macaroni and cheese. Man, that better be some of the best macaroni and cheese in the universe. Oh, these Diesel. Always checking out my shirts. Yeah, it's a mashup, bruh. Stan Lee and Bruce Lee. Two of my favorite mentors. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Redbubble.com, I think is where I got it from. I think it was Redbubble. Redbubble got some nice shirts. Anywho, yeah, thank you, Mr. Smith. I will let Ms. Real know that you said happy trip around the sun. 70 y'all in here peeping. I only see 1, 2, 3, 4 y'all. That mean the other 3 is incognito. Okay, all good. That's all right. As long as you participating. Man, has this boycott thing made my numbers jump up or what? I appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole bunch. All y'all people who are out there rocking with me, keep right. Yeah, D. $15, man. That better be some of the best macaroni and cheese in the universe. And they got pizzas with goat cheese. But like I was saying, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I appreciate y'all showing up early for this live. Yeah, I'm glad to hear my numbers are growing too, Mr. Smith. It just goes to show you. Matter of fact, it immediately brings to mind. I heard something. It's cute. I liked it. I heard something that Theo said on a video I watched. They were reviewing X-Men Red. And he said, they're strategizing and attacking on multiple fronts. Interesting. I was right there with you, Theo. When you said that, I was right there with you. And it's like strategizing. Interesting. Attacking on multiple fronts. Interesting. If the 50 cows don't get you, then the F-18s will. Or you can just sit and negotiate. I am petty, but I learned it from the best. Yes, just like chess, Mr. Smith, attacking on multiple fronts. It's like if I try, I can't checkmate you with just my pawns. You have to be a grandmaster to checkmate somebody with nothing but pawns. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't checkmate you with just my queen. It's a team effort. And a queen don't move the same way a rook does. A rook doesn't move the same way a knight does. A bishop doesn't move the same way a knight does. You need all of them together doing what they do. Nothing wrong with being unique. Nothing wrong with being different. Long as we working towards the same goal. The bishop don't have to hate the queen. The rook don't have to hate on the knight. The Kamoyo Kid. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this live Kamoyo Kid. And yes, you are 150,000% correct. There are layers to this. That's why there's an X-Men and an X-Force. Okay? X-Force sometimes has to go out there and do the ugly that the X-Men either aren't willing to or can't do. Ta-da! So thank you, Theo, for that wonderful observation. It made my day. So now let me get to the meat and potatoes. Oh, Grand Madam. Grand evening to you, Grand Madam, and I am glad that you. All my people who rock with me, they rocking with me. They like, yeah, I appreciate it. My heart right now is like, because y'all here. The word boycott has indeed triggered a lot of folks in different directions and doing different things. I was talking to the people in my improv group. Again, like I said, 4 out of 4 were 150% unaware that there is not going to be a T'Challa in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. They knew Chadwick Boseman died, but they didn't know there wasn't going to be a T'Challa. Gee, I wonder why. But wait, let me stop. See, I got I got to go somewhere else with it. X-Force is my favorite. X Squad too, D Diesel. As should be obvious, because I'm all about getting stuff done. And if it got to get done ugly, then it just has to get done ugly. At least it's getting done. You know, we can leave all the, you know, the flowers and candy talking to the people who do flowers and candy well. Y'all are so friendly up in here. Y'all are so friendly. If boycott triggers people, cool. I'm man-cotting Black Panther too. Oh, you're man-cotting. Oh, you are fanning those flames, Theo. You are fanning those flames. X-Force was about that life all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, kid. Yeah. You doing your thing, boy. That's all I say about you, Theo, man. Shouts out to you, bro. You are doing your thing. That boycott I see boosted your numbers too, bro. So yeah, that we gonna keep cotton. Not for the subs, but if they ain't gonna pay attention to somebody who's doing it one way, maybe they'll pay attention to folks who are doing it another way. I mean, not to say they ain't paying attention to recast T'Challa, but you know what I'm saying? If I was doing something for 2 years and didn't nobody say nothing to me, I guess that do take Martin Luther King type patience. You know what I mean? Or that other thing. Anyways, though, what I wanted to get at, Byron Smith. What's good, my brother? We gonna have to get up together on a live, man. Get at me, man, and drop me some info, man. We gonna put you on, bro. We gonna put you on one circuit around the block with my group, and you gonna be on, bro. Because you need to be on. Remember the issue when Sam and Professor X got into it, and Sam clenched his fist around the bird to show that even a clenched fist does protect as well. No, I don't. But I know it was in the 90s. Recast T'Challa movement was not acknowledged by Marvel, but the boycott was. Bam! right there, Mr. Smith. Okay, it's like we all been saying from the rip. If you ain't listening to us talking to you, then we gonna communicate with you in a way that you can understand in your pockets. Okay, when you start talking about messing with somebody's cash flow, oh, they paying real close attention then. But that's all we ever wanted you to do. It didn't even have to come to all of this. All we was doing was having a dialogue. And when that petition came out, a little more people became more vocal. And so if I'm being vocal and ain't nobody listening to me, yeah, I gotta take the next step. You know what I'm saying? That's just perfect example. The police. If the police pull you over and you non-compliant, they ain't just gonna be like, well, he didn't get out of the car, so guess we're just gonna leave. Or I'm gonna go and sit in my cruiser and wait until he gets out of the car. No. Yeah. Yeah. So when the cops come, they like step out of the car. Cause you was driving down this street doing 55 in a 45, and I put my lights on and you kept going. Step out of the car. That's how that goes. It ain't gonna, yeah. Now, here's the thing. Oh, it's 2008, 2010, Wolverine led X-Force run was extra nasty. Yes, it was. I like when Warpath came on, because Warpath got that same level of ruthlessness as Wolverine. You know, everybody in X-Force, they bout doing what needs to be done. So yes, appreciate the X-Force analogies. Keep them coming. Yeah, I hope you get that role too, Byron. What I want to talk about, and this is the latest thing that has been getting my goat incensing me and pissing me off. Okay, and Theo's done a couple videos on it, and if y'all haven't seen them, check them out. But you know, if you rock with Theo, then you check out all this stuff, right? Right. The systematic, and that's what it is. It's got to be systematic elimination or emasculation. Well, actually, both elimination and emasculation of T'Challa over all forms of media, printed and on the screen, and video games. Why? Why would you make a video game about the Black Panther and not have T'Challa in it? WTF? Superman Brainiac attack with crypto. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Liquid Fire, hello. How are you? Long time no see, no hear. Appreciate you rocking with me today. Welcome to the fray. And then, you know, I know John Ridley's going to be done pretty soon, but I saw a cover of a Black Panther comic book where he was down on his knees and they had a cowboy looking dude drawing down on him with big Clint Eastwood guns. And this mug was called, he was a black dude too, and he was called the Buffalo Soldier. Well, Theo, that's why I said emasculation. You know what I'm saying? Because if that last issue, what went down, I mean, just everybody abandoned him and just left him in the dirt like come on, man. This better be a setup for one hell of a comeback. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't been breathing too heavy about, because let's be honest, there is not a run of Black Panther that has lasted longer than 65 issues. Character been around 56 years, and you can't find the writers that are good enough to keep that comic book going perpetually. Has Spider-Man's comic book ever been canceled? has Thor's comic book ever been canceled? Not canceled. There ain't been a time in the history of Thor comic books, Captain America comic books, Thor comic, did I say Thor twice? Captain America, Thor, or Spider-Man. There's never been a period in the history of those comic books where that comic book ended and stayed ended for months on top of months on top of months. Let's see. Yeah, yet he's still a galactic emperor. He ain't the king of Wakanda on Earth no more, but he's still a galactic emperor. I guess I wouldn't trip then. if they're going to operate from that premise, Theo. But my fear is that they are not going to operate from that premise. They're going to continue to just, emasculate him further. Complacency leads to stagnation. Patiently waiting for someone to do right seldom achieves the desired outcome, especially when that someone benefits from your lack of pressure. I know what you're talking about, kid. And yes, no lies detected. And that ain't got nothing to do with running nobody down or being disrespectful. That's just common sense. That's the old adage, you're mistaking my kindness for weakness. Then stop being kind. That's usually what happens when people mistake your kindness for weakness. You just stop being kind and say, okay, you want to see the asshole. Okay, asshole's here now. And that's what ends up happening when people mistake your kindness for weakness. That new Gotham Knights game supposedly has no Bruce Wayne in it, but something like that works better than what this Black Panther game sounds like. Because 75 plus years. That's why. 75 plus years. I mean, that ain't, well, nah, it's actually more than 75 now. About 80. So, I don't know. I ain't going to say time really has anything to do with it. I did a video about T'Challa's Rogues Gallery, and y'all should check that out. T'Challa does not lack villains at all. He does not lack villains. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why they keep going. Killmonger, Claw, Man-Ape. Man-Ape, Claw, Killmonger. Killmonger, Claw, Man-Ape. Man-Ape, Claw, Killmonger. He's got more foes out there than those three cats. See, right here in the comments, Liquid Fire. I'm grateful and hopefully you're doing great. Glad to catch you. What? WTF? No T'Challa? Wow. Dig after dig. You see what I'm saying? If you doing your job, that information should get out to the layman. If you doing your job, casual moviegoers should know that. I knew from the first 3 words when you, or first 4 or 5 words, Mr. Smith, when you said that, I knew exactly what that was from. Yo, I didn't even say, Black Claw. See, I didn't even see you slip in here. Man, at this rate, I'm just hoping T'Challa is playable in the rumor. Well, until it comes out, I bet you at this point he gonna be DLC or something like that. And I'm like, how are you downloadable content in the game that bears your name? I don't know. I'm just speculating. Don't take my word for it. I just like to talk a lot. Amazing Spider-Man was temporarily canceled for Superior Spider-Man. Yes, D. Steezel, but when Amazing Spider-Man was canceled, there wasn't months and months and months and months and months of hiatus between the end of one and the beginning of the other. That's my point. Black Panther had a run in Jungle Action from issues 6 to 24. Transitioned into the Jack Kirby run a year later, and it ran for 15 issues. That was in 1977. We didn't get a regular Black Panther series again until 1998. Don't nobody else get them kind of gaps in their runs. Question: Marvel cares so much about Shuri as Black Panther. Why doesn't she have an action figure in this wave as BP? Well, that's a good question, Theo. Which is just like, why do you have a T'Challa figure that you're releasing in this wave? Nico, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening, bruh? Give me some Black Panther stories without Wakanda always at war. Let's see his rogues gallery on screen. That right there, kid. I would love to see an issue with him fighting Solomon Prey. I would love to see an issue of him fighting Baron Macabre. I would love to see an issue of him up against Venom with 2 M's. Or even, and I even said so on my video, a resurrected Wind Eagle. Wind Eagle uses the same type of technology to fly as the Falcon does. Why have we never looked into, how do you get Wakandan technology? I didn't give you that. How did you come across that? Man, quit it. All day, every day. D. Steezel said, I always thought the Mandarin would be a good regular villain for T'Challa. He would make a good villain for T'Challa. Yeah. And in the comics, the Mandarin is very anti-technology, which will fit right in. But then a lot of people would be like, not the Mandarin. You know what I mean? Make him a villain. Introduce a new villain. And it doesn't have to be, he doesn't have to inherit anybody else's villains. He can have his own. He's got plenty of his own. If you go back and look through, you know who his good villain is for him, and that is a foe of his, Mephisto. But then Mephisto is kind of that everybody's villain too. But he kind of Mephisto has these moments where he just kind of focuses on one hero and messes with him for a little while. He Spider-Man, one more day. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and then for years, Silver Surfer, Thor, he's been everybody's villain. So I mean, and it wouldn't be a terrible thing to have a couple of those, pan hero villains show up. They didn't make a Shuri BP action figure because they know the crowd they are pandering to don't buy action figures. Action figures are generally a guy dominated thing. But I know a couple of ladies that collect action figures. So I mean, but that's the point. A couple. Internal conflict is beyond played out. Yeah, that's all they do anymore in Black Panther stories. Ta-Nehisi Coates did it to death. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of it throughout the Black Panther mythos, but it wasn't major. I mean, Panther's Rage was kind of a thing where Killmonger was able to incite chaos, you know what I mean? And even during to a lesser degree in the Hudlin run and in the Priest run, but there was never, the Priest run focused more on T'Challa action. There wasn't all of this political intrigue and all of this, dissension. You're an uncolonized, technologically advanced country, but you can't deal with internal strife. I find that bizarre. Lego slipped up and have the playset with Shuri in it in the suit. I don't think Marvel meant for that to happen. Oh, kid, it's a well-known fact that toy companies always F it up for movies trying to keep things secret. They did that same thing with Spider-Man. So, I mean, and they've done it with dozens of movies. They always spill the beans by dropping the line first before the movie comes out. But the toy companies is like, we gotta get our paper too. So, it is what it is. Black Cloud said Clark Kent can be a part of his son's life. Bruce Wayne can be a part of his son's life. But if these rumors are true, then T'Challa won't be a part of his son's life. Coogler should be ashamed. No, actually, Black Cloud, Coogler shouldn't be ashamed. I think in a video I was watching the other day, back at the bus, shouts out to Marcus and Josh, they brought up the point that Ryan Coogler's movies always have the death of a mentor of someone who lost their father, and his stock in trade is Black trauma. Show me a movie that Ryan Coogler made that doesn't have Black trauma in it, that doesn't have a mother suffering, that doesn't have a father suffering, that doesn't have somebody dying, doesn't have somebody in reduced, effed up circumstances. It's just his stock and trade. I mean, it's like, and I guess we shouldn't be mad at that because Martin Scorsese, well, let's challenge Martin Scorsese to make a movie without an Italian person in it. Like when Logan and Puck was stuck in hell and Puck couldn't escape because he was too short. Marvel might not have meant for the leak, but just like with Monica Rambeau, they not pressed. Then this is also Okoye's third release. Still no Anika. Maybe they got a couple more waves coming, is what I'm thinking, because we haven't seen that Namor, we haven't seen that Atuma, we haven't seen Namora, we haven't seen a few figures, maybe closer to the release or the movie, or even after, we'll get another wave of figures. That Blue Marvel is coming out. I think, ain't it this month? Or is it September? I've been waiting, man, for that Blue Marvel figure to come out. That's Coogler's writing style. That's like hiring Jordan Peele to do a Marvel movie with no horror. So why did Marvel hire him? Excellent point, Theo. Because they saw his movies and they was like, that's the perfect guy to direct a Black Panther movie, because when it's time to kill him off, this kid has no problem. Give Coogler a call. October for Blue Marvel? Okay. Yeah, because I ordered mine because man. Oh, I also, man, I got to show it to y'all. I don't know where it is right now, but I got a custom icon and rocket that I picked up, man, off of this cat that I met on Facebook. Man, he does some nice customs, man. And I'm like, I probably could have did it myself, but it would have took me way longer. But it's a nice looking icon and rocket. When I get a chance, man, I might even do a video about it. Let's see. So if T'Challa does have a son in this movie, how do you think that'll affect the comics? Black Claw, more than likely, they will accelerate him in age and he'll become the new Black Panther. Something silly like that. That's my guess anyway. Theo, no, Namor and Atuma are in the next wave. Atuma is a Build-A-Figure. Still waiting on Queen Ramonda. Is Queen Ramonda gonna do any fighting? Or you know what I mean? I know she's screaming and hollering in the trailer, but I mean, is she gonna be swinging at it? Is she gonna be doing like she did in the What If cartoon? I'd love to see that Ramonda. Good film director, bad superhero film director. Okay, yeah, let's go with that, D. Waiting on my Blue Marvel too, kid. Waiting on my Blue Marvel too. Say you got 2 blue marbles on the way, Theo. Of course you do. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be blue marbles in the store. Like, I ordered that Gray Skull action figure, and then soon as it came, there was tons of Gray Skull figures in the store. I'm like, I could have just ordered 2 Gray Skulls, or just went to the store and got 2 Gray Skulls. I don't know. It didn't help me in any way, shape, or form. I've been shaking my head, y'all. I've been shaking my head. For the Love of Money was originally a 70s song by the OJs, remade into the 90s. I would, if you are referring to the song on the New Jack City soundtrack by Troop and Levert, I that's more of an interpolation of the Love of Money than actually a remake, because it's got rapping in it, and technically, if there's rapping in it, that's not a remake. You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying to sound like I know everything. A wave of humility just came over me in that moment. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay. People don't let money. No, don't let money change you. People will steal from them. I guess it's got all the same lyrics. It just, the only thing different is the rap. Another brother wants to win the Hustler of the Year award. How many Benzes and BMs can one man afford? Yeah, I like that song. It's not just you and you and you, but it's that guy who won't be satisfied till all of us are getting high. One hit for her, she's pulling down her drawers. One hit for him, his welfare check is yours. It ain't nothing but a small thing in a big city. See, you're living for the money, B. Yeah, that was the joint. I like that. Queen Latifah did her thing on that. You know what? I was watching a show the other day, Mr. Smith. What was it? It's a comedian. Gosh, what is his name? I don't know, but he's got 2 specials on Netflix. And he's from Cleveland, and his biological father is one of the original OJs, the one who got out of the group before they went big, but they let him into the Hall of Fame anyway. So I'm troubled by his Diesel, because I know they won't tell his whole story in the MCU and in the comics. They aren't changing his race. I'm not feeling these Aztec Atlantean vibes. What's it called? Tolacan, Polacan, Coltocan. Man, just do the damn Atlantis thing. You can say Atlantis. Atlantis is a place in mythology or legend, however you want to look at it, just like Olympus is a place. You had Zeus in Love and Thunder. You had Zeus in Justice League. What's the problem? It's mythology. Mythology don't have no rights to it. Anybody can make a Hercules character. Anybody can make a Thor character. You don't have no rights to that, far as I know, anyway. I think they might be relocating Atlantis off the coast of South America too. And you know what? That again, if they do that, piss poor writing, piss poor continuity, because ain't Captain America and the Winter Soldier. When Project Insight was getting ready to draw down and shoot everybody, one of the places they was drawing down on was where? Or we could go with it like, okay, maybe Atlantis is the capital city and Kublai Khan is just a province or something like that, and you know what I mean. And maybe Atuma has taken over Atlantis proper, and that's why Namor is over here in this Aztec Atlantis. Do you know how many limited? How limited? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do, Theo. I do know, but that just goes to show you their understanding of the very material they are dealing with kind of limited as far as their knowledge of it. Atlantis is not a place in DC Comics only. Atlantis is not a place in Marvel. Hell, Disney got a movie called Atlantis. 2 of them. So why are you scared to use the word Atlantis again? It's one of those things where the right hand ain't talking to the left hand. I know I did that wrong. The right hand ain't talking to the left hand, and nobody even takes the opportunity to call it what it is. That's an inconsistency. And then when you do try to call it an inconsistency, you get ignored. At least by Marvel anyway. Hey, these days, I don't care what it's called, man. Tolacon, Polacon, Cholocon. Ooh, that's I didn't mean that. If I offended anybody, that was not my intention. And that was all natural and organic. My bad. Apologies. Yeah, Blue Marvel. Long as he had that full mask on, they might confuse him until the mask gets shredded up like it did in the comics, and they go, Blue Marvel is a non-white person. That might be it. The Bob Chapek might have told Kevin he can't use that in a movie. Then Bob Chapek needs a new damn job because he's probably 90% of the problem. You know what I mean? Everybody else is just getting their marching orders and goose stepping like good little Disney Nazis. I don't know, man. I am at a point where I'm just like, I ain't got nothing to say about or do with Marvel and Disney. And I'll even go so far as to say, I'm thinking this is going to usher in the decline of superhero movies in general. If Black Adam don't come out banging, if Shazam Fury of the Gods don't come out banging, going to be more decline in people wanting to see superhero movies. Because I'm like, what happened to Westerns? Remember Westerns? Remember when there was tons and tons of Westerns, and now Westerns only come out intermittently when somebody gets inspired to do a Western movie? I don't know. That's where I see superhero movies going. It's going to be a whole lot less of them in the years to come. Will these Mayan Atlanteans be demanding citizenship after invading Wakanda? That's a good question, Oaktown. I don't know. Or maybe they want to try to colonize it. Graham Adam Terrell says, I found a map that shows a map of Atlantis described by Plato as a continent with a north tip by Spain, south tip by South Africa, west Cuba, and east Nigeria. Yeah, I mean, and that would support the theory of maybe Atlantis isn't just a city, but a nation. And so there are tons of cities. I mean, that's how it works in DC with Aquaman. Atlantis isn't just a city under the water. Actually, the city where Aquaman rules is called Poseidonis. So, maybe. D, I have not heard anything about it, but from it's still HBO is still working on that, right? They're also, and I did a video on it. I hate to keep saying this, but this is my page, so I can say it. I did a video on they are planning to do an animated adult Legion of Superheroes. I've always liked Legion of Superheroes. I always thought it was a very cool concept. Legion of Superheroes is dope with me. Need to send up a prayer for DC. I think DC might shock you, Nico. They might shock you. I'm thinking that they are going to. They might be if this the rumors of the Snyderverse Justice League continuing, that might be their saving grace, because Muzz ate that Snyderverse Justice League up. That was the lick as far as they were concerned. It's like, oh, this is just so wonderful, and oh, we're just so happy that you made this for us. After all of that moaning and complaining, they became vocal. And when they became vocal and stayed vocal, stuff's happening. I agree, D. Steezel. Get DC's animated writers to do a live action. A live action Legion of Superheroes would be dope, kid. It would be real dope. As long as, and I tell you what'll make a Legion of Superheroes live action movie successful. Matter of fact, I'll put DC back on the map, is if you pit them against the Fatal Five. You put the Fatal Five in there, movie's a guaranteed hit for sure. And then you connect the fact that the Emerald Empress and the Emerald Eye of Ekron, try saying that fast 5 times, has origins with the Green Lantern Corps, and that would set up a Green Lantern movie perfectly. Legion of Superheroes is cool, yes. If DC gets it together, they gonna have to thank Dwayne Johnson. He's champion. But Henry Cavill don't want to come back, from what I've heard. Missed opportunity. Y'all shouldn't have never threatened him with, we're getting ready to make Superman black. And speaking of making characters black, unpopular opinion, I do not think Giancarlo Esposito should be Professor X or Dr. Doom or Magneto. Why? Why, you might ask? For the obvious reasons. Okay? Just like I don't want black characters being made white, there are certain white characters I don't want being made black. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to explain? I mean, it wouldn't be hard to explain. If I think if you had to do one of those three, he should be Magneto, because Magneto would be easily explained. Black folks just been taking it on the chin forever. So he wouldn't have to have been in no camp. He wouldn't have had to have been oppressed by Nazis. We get oppressed by everybody. We get oppressed by the government. We get oppressed by cops. We get oppressed. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that would be a more, I think, relevant or interesting vehicle to place him in. But I don't know. I like my Eric Lensher. You know what I mean? With all of that Lensheriness. You know what I mean? Just, but you, at some point, you're going to have to update that anyway. Otherwise, that would make Magneto like what? 90 years old? Or you would have to explain the fact that, or maybe mutants, I don't know. See, that's trick bag, man. Trick bag. Yeah. You didn't know about that, Grand Madam? I mean, it's just Kamoyo, boom, my man, right there. That's a dope villain too. He could be Moses Magnum. He could do Moses Magnum. And Moses Magnum, for those of you that don't know, but I don't know why I would be saying that in this crowd, because most of y'all do know. But for the benefit of people that don't, Moses Magnum is a villain with seismic powers, similar to Quake, but arguably on a grander scale. Yeah, he's a good villain, and I've seen him square off with a lot of people. Moses Magnum has like single-handedly took on the Avengers. So if that, and that's another thing. Why is it in the Avengers movie? I know I'm all over the place here, but that's where I'm gonna come back. Why is it in all the Avengers movie the overreaching villain that they have to face is always like cosmic or god level in nature? You know what I'm saying? What about a nice epic movie where they face off against the masters of evil, the Lethal Legion? You know what I mean? Or just some other villain that isn't, if they lose, it don't mean the earth dies. Because as I recall, the whole thing behind the Avengers forming was so that they could face the foes that no single hero could withstand. That's the criteria. Not that that villain has to be cosmic in nature. Not that that villain has to have earth-shattering cosmic power. Graviton. Graviton has always been a handful for the Avengers, no matter what incarnation of Avengers it was. So why do we always have to have a cosmic villain? Because we getting ready to gear up for Kang. I understand Kang is an Avengers villain, but the time thing, when I'm able to manipulate time, that's a whole nother factor. What about some good toe-to-toe slugfest kind of Squadron Sinister? Everyone and their mama has been praising The Boys. Good show, but those characters are similar to DC's Crime Syndicate and Marvel Squadron Sinister. Seeing them in live action would be dope. Yeah, Squadron Sinister. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? That would be a great movie to see. And the premise could be something like, much like in the comics, they come to our world from their world, because like in the Squadrons Supreme miniseries, their world got destroyed. And they're like, okay, now we're going to be the premier heroes of this earth. Who's tough enough to put us down? Or I like the premise that they had in Avengers Assemble when the squadron came in and kind of like was going to take over the earth. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily have to be, it doesn't necessarily have to be the earth. It could be New York or something like that. You know what I mean? But still, that's why I'm like, man, y'all need some more people at Marvel Studios that read comic books, because these cats, it seemed like ain't nobody read a comic book older than 2000. You know what I mean? All of their stories and ideas and concepts. I'm like, look, don't get me wrong. Little bits and pieces come from older material, but it just seems like by and large, that don't read no comics. I would dig Masters of Evil on the big screen, but the studios got Zemo dancing and acting very unvillain-like. Melt his face. I bet he'll get villainous real quick. The The last I saw of Giancarlo, he was chasing the Mandalorian. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he. It's a lot of news sources, these nerd news sources, who are covering that story, Grand Madam, about that Giancarlo Esposito met with Marvel, and he would very much like to play a character in the MCU. So, and they've narrowed it down to Magneto, Professor X. I forgot already. Oh, Doctor Doom. Yeah. And he says he would prefer to play Professor X. The real White Wolf should kill Zemo, but that won't happen. Yes, I'm glad you agree, D. Steezel. That squadron, that would be a great story, and seeing Hyperion square up against Thor and Nighthawk square up against. That's right, Captain America's gone. They need to get them. Anyway, I tried. I tried, y'all. I tried. Yes, Graviton would be mad though. They actually had Graviton, well, Franklin Hall, on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was actually a villain on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wasted a lot of good villains. That one, Franklin Hall, they wasted that. Blizzard, they wasted that. Who was the other one? Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde. They wasted Mr. Hyde on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Kyle MacLachlan, of all people, played Mr. Hyde. I was like, blah. What are y'all doing? Stop it. Hunter in the MCU. Nico, I don't know if I want to see Hunter in the MCU. I'm too afraid they'd make him the Black Panther. You know what I mean? And then that would just, those white people would be overjoyed. The Black Panther is white now. Yay! So yeah, I don't know about all that. Cause leave it to Marvel and Disney to do some scandalous stuff like that. You know what I mean? That don't matter in the MCU. And if the plot leak is up to speed, Shuri makes an artificial one. There you go. Now anybody can be the Black Panther in the MCU. See how they do us? See how they do us? See how they do us? They do not respect canon at all in the MCU. They like, but canon. We gonna put this hero over here. We gonna put that villain over there, and we ain't even gonna include the chain of events that put this into action. Just we don't care. We own the shit, and we can do whatever we want to do with it. That's Marvel's stance. We can take this character, put it over here, this one over here. We can put this storyline in here, this storyline over there. And guess what? Ain't nothing y'all can do about it except complain. So be it then. Just like anyone can be the Hulk now based on the She-Hulk plot. I mean, everybody, if correct me if I'm wrong, I got my Yoda and my Mace Windu in here, but anybody exposed to gamma rays with the potential for genetic alteration can be a Hulk, because gamma rays don't affect everybody the same way, just like Terrigen mists don't affect everybody the same way. Just because you're exposed to gamma rays doesn't mean you're going to be a Hulk. Doc Samson, the Abomination, A-Bomb, Red Hulk, the Harpy. You know what I'm saying? Gamma rays do a lot of different things to people depending on their potential for genetic alteration, mutation, whatever you want to call it. So if Feige's directive is that men can't save women, is it okay if women save men? I don't care who's saving who. T'Challa. You can have whoever you want saving whoever you want. T'Challa. Oh, before I forget, August 28th is coming up. August 28th is coming up. We all need to be on Twitter making mad noise that day. I ain't saying y'all don't make mad noise on Twitter, but I'm just saying August 28th is coming up. So let's get hot about August 28th, y'all. Yeah, yeah, their continuity is garbage. Yeah, Theo, my man Theo know what's up. You know, we all need to get for those of you that don't know, but again, like I said, in this crowd, see, I don't even got, yeah, we gotta do that, y'all. We gotta let them know. We gotta let them know. We got to let them know. And I would even go so far as to say, those of us that don't have Twitter accounts, get one, just so you can be on the 28th. And we need to do it preferably all at the same time. And we need to coordinate that. More video information coming up on that. Let's get at Bob Chapek on all social media and letter writing campaigns. I'm with it, Mr. Smith. I'm with it. Lighting the candle for sure. Yes, there will be flames burning. They gave us the Goodwill version of him. What? Is that the plot? They get into a car accident, and while he's Bruce Banner, he bleeds into her open wound. Okay. Well, again, MCU, one drop of Bruce Banner's blood in the Incredible Hulk got into some soda. Stan Lee drank it, and we still ain't seen what became of that Stan Lee Hulk yet. Where is that Stan Lee Hulk at? So one drop of blood is enough to turn anybody into a Hulk in the MCU. They just continue to punk Hulk too. Well, I feel real sad for Hulk too, because Hulk is if T'Challa wasn't in the MCU, the Hulk would be the whipping boy. He's the only character I know of that almost gets dissed as bad as T'Challa in the MCU. But the Hulk still got a comic book. Anyway, well, Black Panther does too, but I don't know. That one drop rule. Exactly. But how is he not transforming into the Hulk during a car accident? Isn't he Professor Hulk now? If he's Professor Hulk, well, if he's Professor Hulk, does he has control of it? Well, yeah, he does have control of it. He's always had control of his transformation, at least in the MCU, it seems like, as of the Incredible Hulk. I assume that's what all of that was about at the end was, oh, I've mastered handling the transformation. All I have to do is stay mad. Apparently, Oaktown they do, because didn't Stan Lee Hulk out in the Incredible Hulk? We just didn't see it. So I don't know. Yeah, I would assume if getting into a car accident and bleeding on somebody is all it takes to make you into a Hulk, shit, all we need to do is just cut Bruce Banner and rub up against it, or drink his blood. You know what I'm saying? So if a vampire, which are coming to the MCU, drank Bruce Banner's blood, would you have a Hulk vampire? That is one for 33 burning questions. Shouts out to my man Killmonger. She-Hulk seems to be mostly on point, but Professor No Smash Hulk will still piss me off. Well, according to the trailers, she does everything better than the Hulk, which is clearly Marvel's agenda. You know what I mean? Has been since Avengers Endgame. Casuals don't know that Professor Hulk was still cool and badass in the comics. Yeah, because you don't let Professor Hulk do nothing in the MCU. Professor Hulk was beating up folks and smashing things, and you know what I'm saying, doing what he had to do in that little brown one piece or coveralls or whatever that was. He was running around in with the coveralls and the boots. No, give me a shirtless, tore up pants or spandex Hulk any day of the week. No Hulk in a romper, thanks. I still don't like that romper though, D Diesel. It don't matter. Anytime somebody fire a blast or something at him, it was tore up anyway. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm with you. The MCU has no love, none for my man at all. Yeah, Hulk was your guy, huh, D. Steezer? You dug on some Incredible Hulk, or dig. You could still dig it. That Maestro limited series that's out now is actually not too bad. It's actually a prequel to Future Imperfect. And so we get to see a little bit of how the Maestro was doing what he did, because basically he was just going around systematically killing anybody with superpowers until I don't want to spoil too much. If y'all decide y'all want to go back and pick it up, it's like 4 issues. It's actually pretty darn good. I was impressed. It's a lot of action in it. So Marvel ain't doing Hulk right in the MCU, but in the comics, the Maestro is busting heads. So yeah, y'all, that's where we at right now. Originally, here comes Kamoyo Kid. Let me see what he said. Hulk skin is impervious to blades. A car wreck shouldn't have caused bleeding. Dude shrugs off bullets. Deadpool caught hell trying to get his blood. But he can be cut as Bruce Banner. That's what if I read that correct, said he got into a car accident as Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner still bleeds. Bruce Banner can still be cut. Yeah, who's trying to cut the Hulk? Out of all the Hulks, Jen loved being a Hulk the most. The showrunners will use that to make Bruce look even more like a fool. So you check out anything Maestro related? Yes, please do, because it's fire. I might do a video on it. And I noticed using my hotspot, I ain't had no video issues or no audio issues. Maybe that just means I have a shitty internet provider. um, Clash of the Champions would be a good series too. Contest of Champions would be too. That would give you an opportunity to just throw a myriad of heroes and villains into a setting that you don't even have to explain. Okay, contest. For those of you that don't know anything about Contest of Champions, Contest of Champions is a game. Well, it was originally a phone-based game, and the Collector and the Grandmaster and a couple of other bad guys have displaced the heroes into this battle world dimension where it's this stuff called ISO 8, and it's different versions of the characters too. Like, it wouldn't be a crazy thing to see Steve Rogers, Captain America, in the present day fighting against his World War II self. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And then there's also like new heroes that they introduce, different versions of the X-Men, different versions of the Avengers, different versions of villains. And that, I mean, because they already introduced this multiverse thing. Contest of Champions would be a great way to just, kind of take that narrative a little further. At least that's what I think. Yes, he was the main villain. Oh, you did mean Contest of Champions. Okay. Yeah. And that's kind of what I thought you meant when you said Clash of Champions. Like, Clash? Does he mean contest? Yeah, that is a great concept, because a lot of the heroes remain in stasis until somebody like wakes them up, or until some event wakes them up. And it's cool, man. It's the perfect vehicle to throw whatever hero or villain you want to throw onto the screen. I would even make Contest of Champions its own storyline. You know what I mean? And then that would be a great way to see. Look at me working. That would be a great way to introduce a hero or villain that they ain't sure about how will this hero or villain be received. Put them in Contest of Champions, and if mugs start talking and the buzz is like, "Ooh, I liked Mr. Negative," or "Ooh, I like that version. I like the Hell version, or the Green Door version of the Abomination," or "I like Spider-Man 2099. Let's have a Spider-Man 2099 movie." How about that? Instead of beating a dead horse like they do over at DC, making like Batman after Batman after Batman movie. Give me a variant. Do a Batman Beyond movie. Now I pay money to see that. Do a Spider-Man 2099 movie. I pay to see that. I'd even pay to see Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Ham, in his own movie. I mean, I take my kids, but I mean, you get the point. Yeah, Maestro was involved with Contest of Champions in the comic. Yes, you are absolutely correct, sir. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, we need to just bum rush Marvel and be like, hire us now. Guarantee you'll get your shine back. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we will be able to tap that demographic that's fans, and it's like, "Ooh, I'm loving this. Please, oh please, blah 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 blah. Can you do that for me, please? Would you please, 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 please?" You know what I mean? That type of thing. It's not hard to do. They turning this shit into rocket science over at Disney, man. It's not, man. I hey, I'm with you, Mr. Smith. They just, man, yeah, I write to them. I write to them and be like, hey, y'all need somebody else giving y'all some ideas, because your ideas suck. Anyway, hey, back of the bus. What's going on? They definitely need more black voices to help guide them when it comes to black stories. Ain't that the freaking truth? Black people that ain't scared to make black decisions. I mean, in lieu of not getting fired, but I mean, just it gotta be a way to respectfully do things, and they act like they can't respectfully do it. And then when you call them out onto the carpet about it, it's like, oh, honor, dignity, respect. All right. Classic and MCU T'Challa are in the game, along with Blade, Killmonger, Miles Morales, Theo's favorite, the Jabari Panther. Just kidding. Storm Bishop, Falcon, Brother Voodoo, a lot of cool others. Yeah, you left out Luke Cage. Luke Cage is in the game too. What is going on? What is going? Enjoyed the. I was telling them earlier, man. I enjoyed the X-Men video, man. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Man, Iska, yeah, she couldn't be around me. Iska would have to go somewhere. I'm like, oh, you just gonna flip at any moment? Yeah, I don't like your powers. Bye. Call me prejudice. They gonna have you killing me. If work for Marvel, they be looking at me like I was a fool because I'm gonna be breaking people's hearts. That's bruh. Some folks need their hearts broken over at Marvel, man, because they are just screwing the pooch, jumping the shark, and doing everything else that's incorrect. I understand it. Yep, Back of the Bus is in the building, and I appreciate Back of the Bus being in the building. Just one of the many folks that we rock with here over in our happy little nation. We're we're like Atlantis. We're one big nation with all different city states. Yeah, and each one gets down a different way, but we are all for the betterment of Atlantis. LOL. That dumb Jabari Panther. Man, and again, that kind of thing, D Diesel, is that a coincidence? Or did Marvel step to Kabam? Kabam? Is it Kablam? Or whoever makes that game and say, we want a character that's a Black Panther, but is a member of the Jabari tribe. And they said, wait, if I remember my Black Panther history correctly, because these folks at Contest of Champions have done their history and stay true to canon, a Jabari can't become the Black Panther, can they? And Marvel just like, man, just do it. Go do it, man. Just do it. And now we have the freaking Jabari Panther. We try to get the videos we can because we appreciate your support too, D. Salute. Sharp. Yeah, so yeah, what I was saying, man, Contest of Champions would be a great vehicle to introduce new characters into the MCU, and if they rock, roll with them. Rock, roll. See what I did there? That's improv. The opposition reside from the nation of Kotal Khan. I'm doing it wrong on purpose. Kotal Khan. Yeah, I like Mortal Kombat. Yes, I do. But I like Soul Calibur and Tekken more. We ain't gonna get off into video games, are we? We ain't gonna get off into video games, are we? I didn't do that. That's totally coincidental because I was improvising. My bad, y'all. My bad. Okay, what time is it? 1:18. We got a little more time. It feels like MCU synergy. You might see one of the potentially. Okay. I think I'll give y'all to like about 1:25, and then I got to go meet up with the wifey for the birthday dinner thing. And that's well, you know what I like about like going to a fancy schmancy place here in Alaska. Like in a lower 48, if you go into like a really nice restaurant, you gotta dress up. You might have to put on a dress shirt, some nice jeans, something like that. Bruh, I can show up in a fancy restaurant just like this right here, and they'll still serve. That's one of the things I like about it. But a lot of stuff. You get people coming into fancy restaurants with Crocs on, flip flops, tank tops. You know what I'm saying? They are very laid back here when it comes to dinner. Happy birthday to the queen. Thank you, Kamoyo Kid. I will let her know that you said that. She'll be overjoyed. She been grinning. She got she got these Uggs that she been wanting for the longest. The little fuzzy cottony looking Ugg slippers that you slip on and they look like a sandal. And man, I ain't gonna tell y'all how much they cost. I'm not gonna tell y'all how much they cost, but she is worth it. And then she's got this swell new place she gets to live in, and I got a couple of other things, and just she's not hard to please. I'm blessed. I can't complain. Don't get you. Yep. Happy birthday, Mrs. Real. I will tell her birthday blessings to the missus. I will let her know. Yeah. As far as video games, D, like I said, I would get me and all our homies, we would get together and we would play Tekken and Soul Calibur for money. So you couldn't just come up in the game half stepping. A man must be in the house in the laboratory, just learning everything. And boy, those were great times. I would love to do that again sometime, and get together with some folks. But everybody's scared. Don't nobody want to do it no more because they ain't been playing video games, and I've been playing video games still. And I'm like, let's play some Soul Calibur. Oh, I don't got Soul Calibur. It don't matter, man. I can put my Soul Calibur on your PlayStation. Let's go. Oh no, they don't want to see me. D1867 is my handle on PlayStation. If y'all want to get it in on some Tekken or y'all want to get it in on some Soul Calibur, come check a brother out. But don't be mad. Oh, yeah, I got the Namco Classics too, man. Galaga. I'm that dude on Galaga. When you see the high score on Galaga, 9 times out of 10, it was your boy that threw it up there. Yeah, I used to be a whole beast on Gallagher, man. I used to put it down. When we go over to Dave and Buster's, all my kids and the wife, are you gonna play Gallagher? Are you gonna play Gallagher? No, I'm trying to get me something to drink. You should play Gallagher. Your daughter wants to see you play Gallagher. My daughter sees me play Gallagher all the time. Oh, she doesn't see you playing on the big. I ain't complaining. I'll flex. I'll flex for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Won't we all flex for our kids? You know what I mean? And so, I get a little crowd and stuff, and folks be. I'll let y'all in on a pro tip. It's all about alternating and knowing when to alternate between a single ship and a double ship. Some levels are not good for double chips. Some levels you ain't gonna get off of them if you ain't got a double ship. So, and that's just my technique. If some other people, y'all might, but that's free. That's free tip. It's also hand-eye coordination. So, anywho, that's dang, when did this turn into a video game video? Because I know there's some people out here who don't do video games and they like, will you shut up? We don't care. Well, you know what, y'all? Looking at my Black Panther watch, it's about that time because I have the meter at 7 and it is 6:25 right now, y'all. So we still got an hour and a half in because I started early. Let me go back up here. Ding. Ray Smith, Theo B, D Diesel, the Kamoyo Kid, Grand Madam Tarot, Oaktown, Byron Smith, Liquid Fire, Nico. How am I forget Nico? Nico Bean, Black Claw. I thank each and every one of y'all for showing up and showing out in this here live. I'm gonna get up now because I don't want to mess up the birthday festivities, if you know what I mean. And I will be dropping videos this weekend, y'all. Stay tuned for them. Again, I appreciate y'all coming out and rocking with me. You've been gaming as long as you've been reading comics. That's a long time. I was collecting comics before it was video games, so no, I haven't been. But I'm gonna get it, y'all. I'm gonna get it, y'all. I'll be here next Thursday unless something catastrophic happens. I doubt it. And as always, y'all be good to each other. Right on. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.